register this client into your program.
So we enter the last name, right?
Yep. You guys are all going to make a fake client.
And fill out the mandatory fields.
Yeah, fill out any information that's required or any additional information that you have. And then you're going to hit save when you're done. And what's a telling tell that your client is registered into Treat?
There are no errors. Proceed to save.
Right? Nice. Yeah.
And then we have the demographics. Goes to demographics, right?
Right, and you should now see their name on the yellow bar with their ID, their Treat ID.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get past this page that is asking me all these security questions.
Oh, just scroll down to the bottom and hit cancel.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, when we get into production, you guys will actually be putting your own security things in, but for now, you can just bypass it.
What do you mean by security things?
Questions and answers, so that in case you get locked out or something, you know,
Oh,
ask.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
So we put in any last name or?
Yeah.
So
Just make something up.
Yeah, you're gonna make up a client, so you're gonna search to see if that client's already in Treat.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and I know you have to go early, so if you want to continue on with your process.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before as well. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm less.
Okay.
Not that I'm an expert by any means.
And Melinda, are you there? Do we lose you?
I love the screen because it's so much bigger than the screen that I was looking at when you were doing your demonstration.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that makes a big difference. One. Okay. Is the gender part right?
Right.
It doesn't, I can't see male or female here. Oh, never mind. Got it. Sorry.
No problem.
Wednesday. Okay, awesome. This is more easier than what I thought. So in the age section, we can do an approximate or
Right. Yeah, if they
okay.
don't give you an age, you can say estimate, you can say unknown.
Okay. Okay. And Anna, for the I'm sorry, this is my first time in, so bear with me.
Oh,
The
of course.
health card issuing authority, we don't need to fill that in, or it's like
N-
if I don't fill this in now, it's not gonna
right, it's
stop
not going to
me
stop you from,
because
as long as your
okay,
mandatory questions are done.
okay, as long as I fill in the asterisks, right? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
no problem.
And I'm just getting stuck on the word encounter because I used a program in the past where an encounter was your note.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
can you just go over for me what an encounter is?
Yeah, so encounter, you'll see it on multiple screens in Treat, and sometimes it's a little bit different than what you're used to. So encounters are term for visit or
Sorry.
program. Bless you.
Yes,
So
test
it's
1, 2, 3. Can you hear us?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thanks.
So it's your visits and your program. So on the encounter screen, like the encounter tab,
Yeah.
you'll see a combination of visits and programs. Here we call them activities. Your visit type will be an activity, and your enrollments will be an enrollment if it's to a program, or residential if they're enrolled in a residential home. Okay.
So it's an appointment?
It's pretty much like an appointment. Yeah, like a visit. Like
Okay.
your scheduled visits,
A
appointments.
scheduled visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. But when we're scheduling, right? So if I go to create an appointment, whoops, that's not where I wanted to go. When I go to schedule an appointment, your encounter type here is pretty much related to the visit as well, but they're asking you where did the visit, what type of visit did you have? Where was it, right? And this is more for the reporting purpose. So encounter is the visit, encounter type is the type of visit you had.
That information can also come from a note though, right?
Yes.
Like you don't have to do an encounter to gather that information.
No, you don't. No. If you are scheduling something though, then best practice would be to do it from here. So everything links. But
Yeah.
you will have many times where you just have to write a note on a client's profile that has nothing to do with a visit, and you can 100% do that from the notes.
Because predominantly in both housing and the drop-in, it's not scheduled appointments.
Yeah, that's right. So remember what we said, you just go straight to the
Yeah.
note. You don't worry about the schedule.
I'm just going over it again.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You 100% can just click on the client and go straight to their notes
Okay, thank you.
and create a note. Yeah. You got it. Good morning, Sawyer. Oh,
Morning.
all right,
So-
Donnelly, did you create your client?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
So everything looks great.
You have a client, the name with the treat IDs on the yellow bar.
Absolutely. Everything looks great.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So I'm going to click on, going to the sidebar and going to enroll in a program.
Well, did you get a referral for this program?
No referral selected. So
I'm asking you about your client, your fake client. Would you have gotten a referral for your client?
uh Yes.
Okay, so then before we enroll them,
All right. Yes, referrals, right?
you got it.
And add referral. Thank you. Referral date.
Anna,
Yeah.
so I created a client, but I forgot to do the referral.
So you can go back to do it.
And how do I do that?
So you find your client,
Mhm.
and on the left navigation panel, you just go to referrals. So you have your client. You go to
Sorry,
their
I'm
referrals.
looking at my screen. I'm not looking at your screen. Sorry, where was referrals?
So you have your client, and then on the left navigation panel, there's referrals.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And then you'll see the add referral button on the right side,
Okay.
top right.
Thank you.
Referred by, we can actually enter in that information manually.
Yes.
So name, the person's name specifically, or?
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. And where they're from. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
See.
Can I ask a question? I
Of
think I
course.
screwed up. So I put in, at first I was gonna do it like it was an external referral, but then I switched it to do internal. How do I remove something from referral source if I have something in the field that I put in, but it's no, like it was a mistake? So what would
If
I
you
do?
if you click on that first one, that select one, it will take off any previous entry
Okay,
you put. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, I see. Sorry, silly question.
No, not at all.
And I have a question. So,
Yeah.
because it's an internal referral and the internal referral source is 1499 Queen Street West, we have to type it in again in the organization / address.
No. So internal referral. So say you are employment and somebody from 1499 referred them to you.
Yes, yes.
So internal referral will be yes.
Mhm.
Your internal referral source is your internal programs within PARC. So you would just select 1499 Queen Street.
Correct. And so I don't have to fill out anything else
No, you
except,
don't have to. Exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
And if it's external, that's a different story.
So external, so let's get rid of this. External would be format. How did it come into you?
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Who was it referred by? And then the source. The
Gotcha.
only time you need to add information here is if you're picking other and you need to add
okay.
information.
Okay, I got it.
So Anna, the referred by is, I don't think we generally have a name. Sometimes we do, but we do not always.
I think you guys told me about this and I have a ticket in there to take the
Okay.
mandatory off.
Yeah, I thought we
Okay.
talked about it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
going to
that's
take some
good.
time before you see
No
it,
problem.
but let me just confirm that.
Beautiful.
Yes, remove mandatory field from referred by. So that is coming. And I
Thank you.
actually already have the ticket in to put the wait list to auto default to no as well. So we're good for that. So for now, you can even just put NA if you don't know, or, you know, in the meantime, but yeah.
And reason for referral. That is mandatory.
Sorry, say that again.
The reason for referral is mandatory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when I always get these green pretty little check marks.
Yeah.
So that's fine, right?
They're good. That means you're good.
Okay. Thank you.
Una, since I have you on the line right now with me, can you help me with what, and Sawyer too?
Yeah.
I didn't know what roles each of the people that attended the training were part of.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think I just picked random stuff, but now I'm getting emails saying my role's not correct. So let's go through this together.
Mhm.
So Chris is
He's a manager.
he's a case manager.
No, he's a manager.
So we don't have straight managers. We have case manager, drop-in worker, employment facilitator, financial matters worker, housing access worker, peer support worker, housing support worker, peer support worker, and student. Is a case manager different than a manager?
Yes.
Okay, so we probably need to add in manager.
Yeah.
So managers don't carry their own caseloads, right?
Right, which is fine. He would never be a primary worker in that case then. He can still come in to treat and see things.
Well, he may still create, he would need to be able to do everything.
Right, which he still can.
Okay.
It's just if the roles are different, we might as well give managers a role of manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Chris
Okay.
equals manager, and I'll put that role in. Okay, so that's Chris. Let's go Chanel.
What are the choices again? I mean, I think
So her and oh my God, Monica are more of like your senior leadership team, right?
well, Chanel is Monica's assistant, so she acts on behalf of Monica. At
Okay.
times, right?
And what's Monica's role again? Like what's her official title?
Executive program
program
director.
director. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll do executive director. And I'll just, essentially they would both have the same permissions then. Like if she's acting on Monica, if say someone needs to reset a password and Monica's not here, can Chanel go in and do that?
Potentially.
Okay. Let's just put Monica and Chanel, and we will give them that role. Donna Lee role.
What are your choices? So she's an employment
Employment
facilitator.
facilitator.
Employment facilitator. Okay. Donna Lee. Eric.
Housing support worker.
Oh, I got one right. Okay. Let's look the rest down. Miriam just sent, she was the one that just sent an email, so but I don't know what she said. So she is a I am a program coordinator for the community access program.
Yeah, so
Do we need a program coordinator role?
Sorry. I actually thinking that maybe it's something we should think about because no, sorry, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm
No,
trying
that's
to
okay.
think,
Yeah. I will
whether
put
it makes
it,
sense or not.
okay, I'm just going to put it down and then you guys can think about it and let me know. But essentially, everybody needs a role. So if she doesn't have that role that she's in here,
well, we
then-
should have, regardless of the coordinator question, Sawyer, right? We should have a category for CAP.
Yeah.
So there should be a community access program worker.
sure. Whatever you guys want.
You agree, Sawyer?
Yeah.
So we're going to call them CAP workers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CAP worker. Okay, and that was Miriam. So we'll have to add that. CAP. Okay. So we were at Miriam. Monica's we have. I'll have to add one in for her. Mariah.
So she's a case manager, and then the question again about coordinators. So she's the case manager. Oh my God, coordinator on case management, case of those case managers. So
So she's a case manager of that program, or is she?
She is
Part
the
of-
coordinator of the collaborative care case managers. Like Miriam's a coordinator, like Melinda's a coordinator.
Yeah.
So it's I think the question that Sawyer and we have to figure out is whether or not coordinators require a different kind of access, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will leave her as a case manager for now.
Yeah.
And we'll have to come back to these ones. So we were at Mariah, Nick.
So he's a manager.
So he needs we don't have a manager in there. So Nick also equals manager. Nick, Una,
I'm a manager as well.
and Una. Okay. And then we're at Paula.
Paula's financial matters worker and also coordinator.
So we don't have the coordinator in here. So
Yeah.
okay. So FM worker for now. Okay. And Ravine.
Manager. And so
Ravine's
Sawyer.
manager.
And managers, Ravine's our IT person, so
So we might want to give him his own role as IT.
that's right. And he may need a different kind of access too.
Right. Okay. I will fix those up for you. Sawyer, I'll send you another list, the access roles,
Okay.
because you may want to change that up a bit and or modify, add those additional roles, just so we can make sure we get them into treat properly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, Donnelly, Melinda, where are we at?
So I just put a referral in for my imaginary client.
Perfect.
I just wanted to, I finished doing, enrolling, the
Mhm.
enrollment process, but I wanted to create a task for this client so I can remember that I would have to set up another appointment
Okay,
regarding a certain issue. So
perfect. So
I'm
who's your
here,
client?
I put in my name.
Oh, your name. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh,
I
sorry,
can't
that's
think
not
right
you.
now.
No,
So
that's okay. Okay.
with that being said, because it's a registered client, it would be an interaction note, not an unregistered note, correct?
So sorry, you want to
Um,
put a note or you want to put in a task? 'Cause you said
let me,
task first.
how would the task be completed?
So the task will be completed because remember when you sign in, you'll get in a little notification
Right.
letting you know to do something with this client.
Okay.
So did you enroll in this the client yet?
Uh-oh.
So you got the
You know what?
referral,
Yes, I didn't enroll in a program yet.
right? So
Man.
you got the
Okay.
referral, but we
Yeah.
need to now
Enroll.
enroll them.
So I'll click on program enrollment info.
Program, yep, right at the top on that left navigation
Okay,
panel.
gotcha. And then
Enroll
once yeah, okay, great. And once I do the enrollment, then I can go ahead and create a task for me to remember.
Yep, then you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then, cool.
And I'm not sure if I linked. So when I was enrolling
Yep.
my client in a program, so I did put a referral in, like that I had received a referral.
Yep.
I've enrolled them in a program. Then there was something about referral on that page, the enrolling in program page too.
Right. Right.
Referral. So there's nothing comes up if I hit select referral.
Okay. Who's your client?
Tim Tyler.
Tyler?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
one of the things is this is only the source of a referral, not a referral out.
Right. It's a so but I think, oh,
Like, so this isn't where you refer someone to case management.
No, I thought I'm enrolling them in the PARC drop-in program, and I thought this was asking, did I receive a referral? Is there a related referral for this client to be enrolled in the program? Is that not what it means?
So, okay, so you did enroll the client into PARC drop-in. I see that.
Yeah,
The referral that you did, now I think there was a conversation yesterday, and I think Nick might have said that internal referrals, you guys deal with it separately. I don't know if you're tracking that in Treat or not.
okay.
If you are tracking it in Treat, then what you did was good. Like you had your referral.
I'm
It
saying
was
it came
refer.
from our case manager, like, you know,
Yep, yep.
it
It was,
was feasibly could be something that happened, right?
and it came from this program. This is a program that referred you,
Our internal case
right?
management
Okay.
program, new clients referred us
Yeah,
to
that's
programs
perfect.
here.
The only thing that we need to do with referrals is enter this bottom information too.
What,
So if you scroll right to the bottom, you'll see referral 1, referral 2.
yeah,
Okay. And this is where, this was when you enter this information in here, is
referral
what
one.
it'll allow you to link the referral. So you would say the program that they got referred to is drop-in, right?
Okay,
The status is accepted. Okay. There's no wait list, and you're just putting the date of today as your decision date and
okay,
hit save. Okay.
okay. I thought I was able to save something to the referral, but no,
Yeah,
I
so you
wasn't
saved
able
the
to. I
right.
saved part of partial, but I needed to have more
Right.
information. So
Yeah.
now from the enrollment page, how is it that I go back to the sidebar? I don't see it, maybe the
So
sidebar.
so is your, so see there, stuff that you're seeing a screen like this that just says your client.
Yeah, yeah.
At the top here, there's a little arrow right under the Treat homepage button. It's like a little sideway arrows.
I'm not seeing
Or
that.
if you just click on, see how here, look at my screen. See how it says client navigation, and at the top there's an arrow.
I don't see that on mine. I don't know why I'm not seeing that. Let me see if
'Cause
I
it-
can open it. I've got a split screen. Maybe if I, like, I don't have that. I don't have, like, it's right, the left side is right up against the yellow bar. I don't have that. I don't know how I can make it better. How do I, like, see how here, how do I make this wider so I can see what's on the side?
Just put your there and then drag.
It doesn't, nothing happens.
Okay, then just make it bigger. You can still hear them.
I still don't see it.
What are you looking for?
So she needs to get the left
Sidebar.
navigation panel.
I need the left navigation.
Well, you're already in enrollment, that's why.
Yeah, how do I get out of enrollment?
Okay, make your screen bigger. Just back button.
I'll hit the back button.
And
Oh,
then,
there it is. Okay, I got it.
perfect.
Okay, I don't know why it was view was like that, but anyway.
If you're stuck in a screen, even if you just cancel out, so under the mandatory part, there's a cancel button. If you just cancel, it'll tell you to discard changes and exit, and you can get out of that screen.
Can you show me again? Sorry,
Yeah. So I think you were in this screen.
Yeah.
You were in the, right? Right here, there's a cancel button under where it says the mandatory questions.
Okay,
And then you just discard changes and exit.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so. I'm lost.
That's okay. Okay. Are you on your
Encounters, it's saying encounters now.
okay. So your encounters, you can see your PARC drop-in.
Yep,
Okay. So here you're gonna go edit.
yep.
Okay. And now you should see that select referral button.
No, it says record locked.
Oh, that's because I'm in it. Sorry. That's my bad. Okay, go ahead. It should be okay now.
So how do I just go back maybe and go program enrollment information. Sorry,
No, that's okay.
I'm lost again. Okay, so I see program enrollment information. What am I doing?
Program enrollment information. So you don't, so right here, that's the, is it blank or is this the enrollment that you edited for drop-in? Is it a blank screen or is it the one you had put in for
The
drop-in?
client, the client's name is there.
Yep. What about like date, program?
No,
So you're not in the right one. Okay, so cancel and discard changes,
Oh,
cancel. Okay.
and then discard changes and exit.
Okay, so now I'm back in
oh,
with this. I can see the sidebar.
Okay,
and
so now go to your encounters tab on the left navigation panel.
Okay, now I'm there.
Okay. Then you'll see your program that says money, your, sorry, drop in. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
On that line item, click
Yeah.
edit.
okay. Gotcha. And then I'm gonna add,
And you're gonna link that referral.
how do I do that?
Do you see, does the blue icon, the blue referral button pop up?
Select referral.
Yep. So when it
Yeah.
pops up, does it have one that's in there that you can just check?
Okay,
Yep.
so then just check that and
Yep.
save.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Good, thank you. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
And then I save again.
Yep. Yep. You gotta save the changes.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Whew.
So now you have your client, you have your referral. Now,
Yeah.
and you backtrack. So then you would enroll. And now you know your client's enrolled in the program because you'll see the name, you'll see the treat ID, and then under that you'll see the name of the program that they're enrolled in with the primary worker assigned to
So,
them.
sorry, so do you want me to hit the enroll in a program again? No.
Nope,
I've-
it's already
I've
done. Yep.
Right, okay. Oh, yeah, I see at the top, yeah, okay.
Good. Donnelly, are you good?
I'm just waiting for you to finish with Melinda.
Okay.
The only thing, it's really cool because when you go to save, it'll tell you your errors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go back and fix them. There's one error that I'm just trying to fix, and I'm not sure where to go with this one.
Okay.
Now, I just enrolled
Yep.
employment program member volunteer, and the error that comes up says status should be closed or attended if there is an end date present.
Right. Okay.
So I went down to status and I put open, but I got the check mark, but I'm missing something here.
Okay. So you're in program enrollment, right?
Right.
Okay. So you pick your date, you keep this as enrollment, and you pick your program, right? We got those
Yes.
parts?
Yes, I did.
And your worker.
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
did.
I can just put PARC staff. Okay. You link the referral. Did you do this part?
Link the referral. What do you mean? What do you
Okay.
mean?
So remember we created a referral, right? The
Yes.
step before this, you made the referral.
Yes.
So here, when you're enrolling them in a program, you want to link that referral. Okay.
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 But
So then,
how would I do that?
you know what? Let me get out of you so you can use your login. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna go to your client that you created to yourself, and we'll follow this together.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me go. How would I get? I'll just get out of this page.
And come back in. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I exited.
So you're gonna go to enroll in a program.
Right. Program. Okay.
Okay. So you have your start date, right?
Does the start date have to be, can it be future dated or?
For like program enrollment.
Or
I
today's
think
date?
you can. I think you can do it ahead of time. Let's see. No, it cannot be with the future. Cannot be a
Okay.
date in the future. Yeah.
All right, so got that.
Okay. So you enroll them in a program. So you
Right.
put the start date.
Mhm.
The visit type is enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
You have your program.
Mm-hmm.
You have your primary worker.
Let me just put them in the thing and put my primary worker. Yes.
Okay. Now here, right next to that, it'll say referral, and there's a little blue button that says select referral.
Yes.
So this is where you want to click into and link the referral that came in that you entered from the previous step.
Okay. I did that.
Okay, awesome.
And I save it because I
Okay. Yep.
okay, I did that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think what you
Excuse
did
me.
here is you entered an end date.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so this bottom piece, you're only going to use when the client gets discharged from a program.
Okay, got it.
Because what you did is you
Got
put an
it.
end date, but the status is open, so it contradicts what it's saying.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
we're going to leave the status as open, and then you go and hit save, and then
Okay.
you should be good. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
no problem.
Select the ballot. Save, save.
And now your client is enrolled in your program, and you'll know because under the yellow bar, the name of the program and the primary worker should show up.
Okay. You know what? I have to go back to encounter because there's something happening there. I didn't do something in encounter, so I have to go back.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh, okay. I have no encounter. What did I do wrong here? I did no encounter display to display. So what did I do? What didn't I do here?
So encounters, you don't really need to come to this encounters page
Okay.
unless you need to make an edit to your program enrollment.
Okay. So why is it giving me I didn't do an error in the encounter page? So I must have done something.
In the encounter page or the enrollment page?
No, it said encounters, and I don't know why because it's saying it took me right to the encounter page and it says no encounters to display, and I don't remember even going in there. But
Okay, you have your client and it has your name and the treat ID, right?
right.
Do you see the program name underneath it?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, so then there was an error when you enrolled in a program.
Okay.
So you want to go back to enroll in a program.
Gotcha. Let me start from the beginning. Enrollment program. And I was just here a minute ago, so what am I doing wrong? Would I put in would I enter in the client ID?
Nope, this is all grayed out. You're only going
Yeah,
to enter the mandatory field. So start date,
right, and I did.
program,
Hold on. Yeah,
primary worker,
right.
and link the enrollment, and that is it. Sorry, link the referral.
And I clicked on that. I save. Okay, everything's done.
Does it say no errors and proceed to save?
No, it keeps telling me, please select a valid treat user source encounter.
Treat user.
Yeah.
Are you able to share your screen?
Yep. Hold on. Let me see if I can share it. Hold on, let me just get back. Let me share it.
Oh, can I ask which primary worker you used?
Okay, wait, hold on, because I'm not going. I can't share it, but
Because if you use like a VitalHub one, it might have locked you out. But
that's why. Okay,
okay,
I think I just put in Gotcha. Okay.
put in one of your staff. One of
Yeah,
your yeah.
that's where I went wrong. Sorry.
No, that's
I'll
okay.
put in Melinda. Okay. Select referral. Save. All right.
Okay, so that's what it was.
I
It was just a worker.
Anna, you're so thank you.
No
Because
worries.
I was like typing away and putting any name and okay.
Yeah, you
Got
probably put in. So if you put in like one of our like on the back end, we have some support logins.
Yay.
It might have just locked
Yay.
you out. Okay.
Yes, and
Good.
I see the program.
Okay. Good.
Beautiful.
Good.
Thank you.
No problem. Melinda, how are we doing?
Good. I was just listening. Yeah, so as not to confuse myself.
Okay.
I was not multitasking because I thought I would just get like lost.
Okay.
So
I
So I
also
think
got
I-
locked out.
oh,
Sorry, who did?
I did.
You got locked out again?
Like my screen went gray. I couldn't do anything. I had to re-log in, which I've
Oh.
done.
Okay.
Just
Weird.
letting you know.
PARC, 1 p.m.
Okay. So at this point, you guys have your fake client, you created a profile entry, you create a referral and enroll them into programs.
Mhm.
Awesome. Now this is where the workflows might be a little bit different because Melinda does drop in and drop in does not create an appointment. Okay. But
we might create an appointment. So I don't mind following along, right? Because
okay.
I sometimes do make appointments with people we're looking at trying to, like, for example, to intake people into this database, like having like a scheduled like appointment with people to do it.
Okay.
Offering
So
them to do it.
So-
I could follow along.
Okay. So then what you guys are going to do is use that client that you registered, right? And so you can see, Melinda, for you, your client was placed into the drop-in program,
Yeah.
right? So here you can see if I go into drop-in, boom, your client's there. Added to the list. Okay.
Where are you doing that? I can't see. You're not sharing screen. I'm seeing you.
Oh, you're right. I am not sharing the screen. I'm like talking to myself.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay.
Okay. So you're on the home page, right?
Yeah.
You have the list of all your programs here. Okay. So if I
Okay.
look at PARC drop-in,
To get to that homepage, I just push the treat button at the
yeah,
corner.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, it says my clients. Wait a minute. Go to
Yeah.
homepage.
It's fine. It'll say my clients, and then there's a little drop-down arrow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right. So you can see all the program lists, and you'll see PARC drop-in,
Oh, and we've got 8 clients.
and you have 8 clients, and yours is at the bottom of the list there.
No.
Tim Tyler.
Oh, wait. Yes, he's there. Mhm.
Okay. And then same for you, Donnelly. Your client was enrolled in Money Matters, was it?
No, in the volunteer.
Volunteer. Is that the VOC?
Yes.
Knowledge or tenant knowledge? I think.
It's not here. That was one of the things that I was going to say. We do in Treat itself. I was able to click on volunteer, member volunteer, but it's not here for some reason. So when I click on my list,
Let me
it
have a
doesn't
look at that.
show.
It was employment volunteer program, this one?
Right, right. And I'm not seeing it here. I see employment program. Should I just click that?
Let me see.
No.
Let me actually have a look quickly, 1 second.
Okay.
Was your client Jane Smith, Donnelly?
No, me.
Okay.
So, when I clicked on the volunteer in the previous screen, like the enrollment and all that encounter, I was able to click on member volunteer. So that was the program that I put myself in. But it's not here. I see all the other employment programs and there's a list of, you know, people, but no. And it says my client list is 0. Excuse me.
Maybe like that mine says 0 as well. Is that, I guess, because
Because you guys weren't the primary worker for your client, right?
it's just PARC staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when PARC staff logs in, they'll see. Actually, you know what? Let me do that really quickly. I'm just gonna
PARC staff can't log in, right?
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna log in as just to see if that volunteer one comes up. It still says 0. It says 0. It says 0. It says 0.
25th tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take that one back. I feel like there's something that's missing on the settings side, and my brain is just to a blank.
Because if you go, like when I was doing the encounter and that page, it listed so many different types of employment program categories.
Yeah, as soon as the one is enrolled, though, it should show up here. Like you can see drop in, everybody's showing up, right? So your client should be, oh, right here, it is there. VOC employment, VOL client list, Donnelly Marshall. So if you maybe just need to refresh, and at the bottom, there should be that program list that now pops up because there's a client enrolled in there.
So Anna.
Yeah. So the program list won't show up here until somebody is enrolled in that program.
So now that she's enrolled someone, will it show up?
Yeah, so it's showing up right here. So on my
Where?
screen,
At the
I
very
don't know.
bottom.
Let me just show you right here. Sorry. Let me just
that's okay.
bring you on. So
So
my client.
if I'm in Treat and I can see when I log in, I'm the PARC staff. Okay. But I can see all the program lists and see all the clients that are enrolled in these programs.
Yeah.
At the bottom of that list is the one you just enrolled your client in.
So I have to click on drop-in staff?
Nope, you're gonna click on the program.
Program list. So
Yeah, so right at
There
the
it
top
is.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
That's honestly, I didn't see that.
No,
I
I
don't
think
know
it
what
took I think
happened.
it took a minute to refresh, to be honest, because I
Okay,
didn't see it
okay,
initially either. Yeah.
okay. Oh, good, good.
Yep.
So it's not me. Yay!
All right.
There
Good.
I am.
There you are. Good.
Okay, great. Now, I know that once that's done, I want to schedule an appointment, right?
Yeah. So why don't both of you use your client that you're working with to schedule an appointment?
Okay, so above that, it says schedule in. I go in there.
So there is many ways you can schedule a client.
Mhm.
The best practice if you're scheduling a one-to-one visit for your clients, you're just scheduling them to a visit.
Right,
Use your client. So select your client,
right.
and on the left navigation panel, there's create an appointment, and you're going to create a client appointment.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
So now, okay, so it says Tim Tyler under search last name. There's a blue box that says Tim Tyler. So that's how I know that the appointment's going to be created for that client, right?
So you're selecting the box to say you're using
Yeah.
this client. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then I just pick it says
Yes,
add to view.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are in you guys already clicked on client appointment.
Mhm,
Oops. Right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
So now you're seeing your calendar
Calendar.
essentially?
Yeah.
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 Perfect. Okay. So here you have the option to do a few things. You can click on the visit tile, like on the date to start the
Yay.
process. Okay. You can click on the week view. So on the right side, you could switch your calendar view to week.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now I can see it in a week. And remember, you can use this option to do the click, drag, and drop the time.
Mhm.
Okay. And then if you let go, it will pop up the schedule entry, or you can do it in day view. So whichever one you like. My preference is the week view because I like the click drag option, but
Mm.
it's totally up to you guys. It will take you to the same spot.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Cancel. Okay, so I've got the week in front of me.
Perfect.
If I have Tim Tyler is showing at the top under the client,
Yep.
I'm gonna say if I want to set an appointment for 11 o'clock today,
Perfect.
I click on 11 o'clock.
Yep. And you can drag and drop to how long the length of the time of the visit. So if it's till 12, you
Okay,
would click
yeah.
drag to 12, or you would just click to 11. If it's half an hour, it clicks into half an hour increments. So
Okay, so then I let go and it's opening up. It just
Yep.
so with an asterisk, it's just asking the time. I don't have anything, so I could just
because you click dragged and drop, the time should come up.
yes.
Yeah.
And
So
then the program, so I have to put in the program. So that would
yes.
just be drop in.
Yep.
And the appointment type, just client appointment. Not recurring, and then just save.
No, you're missing a couple of
Oh,
mandatory at the bottom.
Oh, at the bottom. Oh, I didn't go down far enough. So it's Tim Tyler. Oh, I see the location. Oh, I see. So the subject is optional, but I can put one in.
Yes, I would put in drop in / whatever your drop in program is. The one you're probably missing is, did you do the encounter type right above that?
No, I did not. Oh, I put in office. Yeah, an
Perfect.
activity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
activity. Subject. Anna,
Yeah,
what I did, I chose the date of the appointment,
right.
and I didn't actually do the time in the calendar. I went straight to the page. Now, what I noticed yesterday, you were able to put in start time and end time manually, but it's not allowing me to. Why is that?
It should.
Because it says start time, I want to put 11 a.m.
Yep.
Why is that not allowing me to put in 11? Okay, let me just back 11. I solved my own problem. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Oh my gosh, this it's like I have to get rid of the 00 first. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All done. Now
Okay.
with the im- appointment details, you just put in volunteer meeting, for instance,
Sure. Yeah.
and this description is not necessary, is it, or do you have
Nope,
to put
nothing
that
is
in?
mandatory here, but it's just whatever you want, whatever additional
Okay.
information you want to put in.
Okay. Now workload, that would be for me.
That would be for you, but technically, are you going to, so this is just scheduling the appointment.
Okay, so I don't have to touch that. Okay.
Workload is only going to be done after the fact.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, so I screwed that up too. I filled that out, but can I delete it after I've done it? So I thought that was just around,
That's a very good question. I think if you were to delete everything and just reset it, it would
delete everything.
like just delete your time, your direct workload type. I think it would reset it for you.
So do I want to hit delete then or no?
Well, yeah, you would want to clear it because when you're scheduling appointments, you don't need to do workload.
Okay, you want to delete this workload? Yes, delete it. Okay.
Okay.
So then if I've got everything filled out as far down as
Yeah, so
I
you've
should just
scheduled,
save now.
you're just gonna hit save, just the middle save.
And the activities, tell me again what the
Oh, the
activities is.
middle save.
You guys won't be using activities. Activities is a tab we have for like billing if you have to
Okay,
add additional.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see the appointments now in my calendar.
Yep.
Great.
So I clicked on interaction note. I don't have to add any notes or anything, right?
That's right. No. So here's the thing with scheduling. So because you guys are adding appointments ahead of time, right? So Donnelly, you said Donnelly has an appointment coming up on this date with so and so, right?
Yeah, Friday. Yes.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So what you're going to do is when you come back, so the appointment has occurred, it is completed, you need to come back now, click on the appointment. You're going to hit edit. And then you're going to change your status to attended. Okay?
Okay.
Because first it was scheduled, and then you're going to come back after the fact. The meeting's happened, drop-in has happened. You guys need to come back in and change that appointment to attended.
Okay.
Say that one more time, Anna. So to get there, I'm going back in to create an appointment.
So you're going back to your calendar, right? To your schedule.
Which is in create an appointment.
Which is in, so your.
How do I get there? How do I navigate there?
Right. So your schedule, you can look. So after the fact, you can either go to your client's profile and then go to their schedule, right? So if let me just go to treat. Say if you had an appointment with your drop-in client, Tyler, and Donnelly had it with Donnelly, I would go to my client, you search your client, right?
Yeah.
If I click on my client, on the left navigation panel, there is an option for client schedule.
Mhm.
Okay. I can come in my client schedule, select that visit. So you'll see the tile, you'll see your visit tile.
I'm sorry. Okay. You go ahead because I'm lost.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, that's okay. Where are you? Where are
I'm
you
at, I just client searched for my client.
So you have to search by
I wa-
last name.
I did. And
Okay.
I've got my client and it says add to custom list or register client, or I've got the left sidebar. So
Okay,
on the
so
left sidebar, I'm going to where?
client schedule.
Oh, I see it. Okay, there it goes. Okay.
Yep. And then you should be able to see the visit tile you created for that client, right?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, you're gonna click into that visit tile
Okay.
and hit edit.
Yeah.
Okay, Donnelly, you good?
Um, no.
Okay,
Because I went into that page, I had to get out of that page.
yeah.
And
So you
now
gotta delete the note. So because you opened the note, right?
I didn't write anything in.
Right, but
So,
you still gotta delete the note to get out of it.
so that's how I get out of page. It's deleted. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so I went back to, I'm out. I'm back at the home page.
Okay, perfect.
So I click on my client and I have to go to client schedule now.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay, there it is.
So you're gonna click into that visit tile.
Okay.
And then you'll see an edit button at the top right.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
So now both of you are at this page, and now what you'd want to do is under status
Yeah.
is either, so I mean, ideally it'd be attended because they showed up to the visit. But if not, this is where you can action on what happened to that visit. Whether it was canceled, they didn't show up, maybe they needed to reschedule, things like that.
Mhm.
But ideally the visit happened, it was good. We're going to select status attended.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see that anywhere.
Right at the top, you have appointment type,
Yes.
the program,
Right.
and then status.
Okay.
And you change the drop down option from scheduled to attended.
Oh, but on this, unfortunately, this page does not allow, it just shows the page of what, it just shows the page, but it doesn't show
Did you
any
click edit?
Oh, I looked at edit, but I didn't click on it. Okay, got it.
Okay, good.
So attend it. Awesome.
Perfect. Okay, nothing else needs to change here unless the status changed, okay?
Gotcha.
The only other thing that might change is if you guys want to reflect the time of the visit. So say we have our visit from 11 to 12, but it really went from 11 to 12:30 and you want to make that adjustment.
Okay.
This is where you would make the adjustment to the time.
Okay.
Okay, but if not, you just leave everything the way it is.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
you're going to come down and now you're going to save and link to a note.
Okay. That's
Okay.
after the fact, after
Yes.
the appointment. So
Yes.
this is like when it's done and completed. This is where you click.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I got an error that said, please review and correct the items below.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so if you guys scroll to the top,
Yes.
there should be an error box right above appointment type program that tells you what the error is.
I'm scrolling.
Oh,
cannot-
yes, I know what it is. It's because you guys set the appointment type to 11 o'clock and we're only at 10:15.
Okay.
So the times don't match. If you
Okay.
guys just want to do your start time end time to like 9 o'clock instead for today,
Okay.
it'll work. Yeah.
Anna,
Yep.
so I'm doing a note. Okay.
Yep.
And then it asked me to create what's it called?
An encounter.
Create an encounter.
Yep.
So I have done that. Oh, I have to do the workload. That's the problem. So it's for, why does it ask for workload? I mean, it's in there.
So we have, because
We just have
the-
to.
Yeah, because they want to track, like a lot of the organizations want to track workload. So that workers don't forget it, we have like an edit check on the note.
Okay, but
Right.
just because when you're doing an encounter
Yeah,
and it says from 10 to 11, it's for an event that happened yesterday.
yeah.
You,
But
you just
your
have to do it again.
workload, yeah, because your
That's fine.
workload, yeah, it's a little bit more specific on where and things like that
That's
in
fine.
that
I
yeah.
just wanted to understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does it work now? So I saw, it keeps on bringing me back. I go to sign the note and it keeps on bringing me back to the interaction start date.
Is your start date and time reflective of right now or before the
No, it was
current time?
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
So today's the 24th, right? And it's April 23rd. Interaction start date, interaction end date.
And you're using the military time, like it's 10:0 whatever.
Well, I did 12 to 1.
Yeah, so 12 and 13.
I didn't do 13. Maybe I should do that. Like, that'll solve it. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, it's in military time, so it's 12 and 13 for 1
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, that seems to have done it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So Melinda Donnelly, are we good now? Did you
Yeah,
change the
I-
time?
Yeah, change
I'm-
the time.
yeah,
And then
I
you
ch-
linked it to your note?
I'm at the interaction note and I was just making notes. So I won't
Perfect.
forget.
Good.
Sorry, Anna, it's still saying please review and correct the items below. I did change the time from 9 till 10. Everything looks good at
9 to, what's your end time?
10 a.m.
Oh, so 9 to 10. Okay.
Now, I go down, everything looks good. I filled out all the mandatory information. Oh, maybe primary worker's name? Add prime, would I do
No,
that?
you're good. You're good there too.
Okay, so I did put in encounter type in
Yeah, so you
office.
don't need to change anything here when you come in just to change your thing to attended because you've already scheduled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what's
what's going on? Do you want to share
Yeah.
your screen just so I can see that?
I'm
Are
trying
you able to?
I'm not, let me just try it again because I tried to do the full. Let me see. Okay, let me try sharing.
Okay. Yeah.
Windows.
Perfect. Okay, let's have a look. 1 second. Let it come up.
Okay.
Okay. Dates
So-
cannot be in the future. Okay, so your end date is the 26th, which means the appointment hasn't happened,
Right.
right? So this is where you need to change it. You can't say an appointment was attended when the date hasn't even occurred yet.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. Let me put yesterday's date then.
Yeah, or today's or yesterday's.
Or
It's
today,
just
yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
because
I
10
changed
o'clock has
that.
already happened.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And there you go.
Okay, there I am.
All
Let me
right,
stop
good.
sharing.
Okay.
Anna, I just want to
Just
ask you a quick question and then I have to go.
Okay, yep.
So when I have registered a client, I think I've registered them to me, but they're not appearing in my client list. I'm sure I'm doing something silly.
Okay, who's your client?
The last name is BASCI. And there's 2 because I got locked out and I came back and it wasn't there and I created a new one. So now I have 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. But 2 different, technically you could always have a client that has the same name, but you
Yes.
have 2 different birth dates, so that's okay. So which one am I using? The 10 April or 10 or 1 May?
I think it's which one? Oh, where'd it go? Sorry. Have I done a note for this person? Yeah, it's the first one. The 10019.
Okay. Let me have a look here. So you are enrolled in 2830 BD.
Yeah.
And if you log in here, if I go to 2830 BD, I'm seeing him, I'm seeing her.
Yes, but they're not appearing on my client list.
They're not appearing on your client list.
So clearly not checked something along the way.
1 second. Let me look at the encounters. 2830 BD to
Because my
Una.
name appears on the top, right?
Right,
It
right.
says Una Pagem as the primary worker, but when I go to the beginning and it lists my clients, it only lists 2 clients. No, if I go to 2830. Okay, I see. It doesn't list all the clients. I have
It's
to
all
select the program.
the program will list all the clients. Your list will only show you the clients that are assigned to you under your caseload.
So this person does not appear under my list, but I am clearly their case manager because I appear in the
Yes.
yellow bar.
So there's something on the back end that I need to figure out why
Because when
it's doing that.
the person appears when I go to 2830 BD.
Oh, sorry, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Okay.
It's my fault.
Okay,
1 second.
Cool.
1 second. I think this should take. Okay, hold on, let me just save this. Okay. You may have to log out and log back in to see the changes. I'll test it on this site.
No, not yet anyways.
Okay, it should work in a minute. I forgot to link something on.
Because
Treat
it's
it.
not listing my clients for 1499,
Okay, 1 second.
1501. Like it's
Let me-
not listing all the clients. It's not just that building. None of the buildings. It's only listing
See if I did it for this guy.
2.
Yeah,
2
it's
tenants. I
gonna.
don't know why.
It's probably just gonna take a second, but I
Okay.
did change it on the back end,
Okay.
so it should reflect in a bit.
Okay. Thank you, Anna. I'm
No
just gonna have
problem.
to find little moments to keep working away on this.
Okay, enjoy your next stuff that you have going on.
Thank you.
Budget
Are
stuff.
we going to, what's the next steps?
Next steps in this process are that you guys are going to do your end user training. So I don't know if you guys have started to talk about dates internally for that.
Mhm.
We're going to meet, like our core group is going to meet on Tuesday again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, just to make sure we iron out some other stuff. And then essentially it's just making sure you guys are getting ready for go live. I'm going to set up your staging environment soon, get you guys in staging. Okay, and then as the tickets get developed and as things get rolling, you guys will see some changes in your staging environment. And then essentially you guys are going to go live and you guys are going to start using Treat for your day-to-day operations. So in the next month or so, because Sawyer, did we outline for sure when go live is now? Is it June 3rd or?
My understanding was that it was June 3rd. Yeah.
June 3rd. Okay, so by June 3rd, I would say even before June 3rd, a week before June 3rd, you guys want to make sure all your staff is trained. We have all the user accounts set up, things, data migration. So a lot of the next few meetings will be data migration, making sure we're getting those checks done, making sure, everything's kind of set up for you guys. So.
And what's the deadline for clean data? For the migration?
I think we had said.
May 10th?
I think we had said, was it May 10th? Let me confirm with Michael on that one.
Okay.
I'll check in with Michael and then we can have a touch base on Tuesday about that.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Good job. Okay. Did the other folks want to still stay on or how are we feeling?
If we could just finish up with this one page and then
Yeah.
you probably had enough of our like stuff.
No, I'm okay. I am fully okay. So if you guys
Our
need
struggles,
me, I'm here.
Our struggles.
No, I'm good.
I would like to go through a few more things with you, Ann, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
of course. Okay, so at this point now we have linked our appointment to our note, and you guys were in the process of completing a note, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So before you save that note, it's going to ask you to do workload. Right?
Yeah. think I. So where we left off, I did a note. I was linking a note to an encounter, and then I did workload.
Good.
I don't know if I did it correctly, but it allowed me to do it,
Okay.
and that's where I'm at.
And then when you're done writing your note, you're just going to sign your note.
Oh, all right. That's it. Okay, I signed a note.
And you're done. Now, if you go to your client and you
Yeah.
go to their notes on the left navigation panel,
Oh yeah, their notes. Yeah.
you should see your note.
Okay, so and then if I click on expand, it shows me what I wrote.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I think I did it.
Good.
All right.
You did do it.
It's just going to be like doing it repeatedly for
Yeah,
a few times, and then
exactly.
like it's just like I get lost in the most ridiculously just
Too.
basic navigation, like the basic navigation.
It takes time. One thing
Um,
with Treat you want to kind of keep in mind is it's not a web browser. So the back button that you're used to using in a web browser, you kind of want to avoid doing that in Treat. If you
The
get
arrow button.
yeah,
the
if
back-
you get stuck, go to the home page, reset, or you always have the client card. You guys can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're lost somewhere, you don't know where you are, you're getting
Yeah.
an error, whatever, but just hit the Treat button and reset. Okay, instead of hitting the back button, because it's not a web browser, so we try to avoid people getting in the habit of using the back button.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing to note is wherever you are on a client's chart and you're stuck somewhere, next to their name, you'll see the blue card.
Yes.
Okay. The blue card lets you see this demographic page.
Yeah.
Again, you can just have a reset. You're just back to the client's demographics, take a breather, and then reset to where you were.
Okay.
Okay. If you're stuck in a page, just know that there's always going to be a cancel button. Okay. So you can cancel out. If you're in a note, you then just have to delete the note and you'll get a message saying discard and exit.
Okay.
Okay. So there's always the messages that will pop up to kind of give you an indication of what the error is and why you're stuck.
Okay. And if
Okay.
all else fails and you can't figure it out, you can always just discard, exit, and start
Exactly.
again.
And reset. Yeah.
Okay. Because
Okay.
yeah, that's helpful to know. And it's good
Yeah.
to know not to use that back button. I did that a couple times and maybe
Yeah.
that was why I got turned
You'll get
around.
errors and stuff. Yeah. Also, when you're on the scheduling page, the top error messages are your best friends. It will tell you what you're missing
Yeah.
or, so if you're hitting save and something's not happening, scroll to the top and look at your error messages. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
All right. I think that's for the most part, if I can create clients,
Yep.
book appointments,
Yep.
track the workload, write the notes.
Exactly.
Referrals are not that well. Sometimes.
So can I
maybe,
give you one more scenario to practice, to test?
Okay.
Okay. So you are going to, this is your scenario, and you don't have to create a new client or anything. You can just use the people that are in your drop-in program. Okay. You're going to select 5 people, and you're just going to create a note for drop-in that they attended drop-in hockey, but you had 50 people coming from the community that also attended drop-in.
Okay. So unregistered people.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to try.
Okay. And then I'll let you go.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, Donnelly, while she's doing that, where are we at?
I wish I was happy like Melinda right now, because when I went to sign
Yeah.
a note. It said edit or add the workload.
Yes. So on the notes, we have an edit check. And so what you're seeing is an error telling you that you can't complete the note until you do the workload. So at the bottom of the note where it gives you that workload message, workload is required,
Yes.
you need to click on that workload button.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So click on that workload button and then you're going to just complete the workload. So
Okay.
right at the bottom, you're just going to click on workload. And here you're going to just put in your workload type. And I think everything else should have populated in for you.
Okay. Is it indirect workload
Yours would be
type?
direct. Yours would be a direct workload type.
Okay.
And I
Thank you.
believe it's
There it is.
yeah.
Consultation.
Yep.
Okay. Save. Awesome.
And now you can sign your note because you added your workload.
Okay. And then save. Got it. Okay.
Good.
Thank you. Yep.
Awesome. So for you and all your programs, that's generally the workflow you'll be working with, right? Like
Okay.
client
Right.
comes in,
Mhm.
you're going to book an appointment for them.
Mhm.
Do you ever do any group like group visits or group sessions?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Or is there a specific program that would run this
Employment clinic.
employment?
So I may have 2 that attend up to almost 5, 6 people
Okay.
at one time.
Employment clinic. Okay. So we don't okay, so what I would do is on the home page,
Uh-huh.
okay, there is a program called Employment Program, EMP program, and there's 4 clients in there.
Mhm.
Why don't you use 3 of these clients and create a group appointment
Okay.
for a session that they would be attending within your like one of the whatever you'd be running.
See, the thing is that I don't know who's going to show up.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like it's open to people to come in and then find out about the employment program.
Oh, okay. That's a
Um,
good that's actually okay, and that's a good example. So
Mhm.
this is how you would do that then.
Okay.
So, but those people are still enrolled in a program, right? Like these clients that would
Once I schedule an appointment with them.
then you enroll them.
Yes.
Okay. So you would do that step of enrolling these people into those programs.
Okay. And these
Okay.
are the ones that are enrolled. Okay.
These are let's just say these are the ones enrolled. So
Okay.
you ran a program, it was a session, it was an employment session. Is that what you call them? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank already.
Yes, employment clinic. So
Employment clinic.
yes.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
ran an employment clinic
Mhm.
and you're going to say, oh, from this list, Fred, Joe, and Jane showed up. Okay.
So okay.
Okay. So what you're going to do is click on Fred, Joe, and Jane's profiles.
Okay.
Okay. So it highlighted them.
Yes.
Your left navigation panel opened up.
Yes.
You're going to create an appointment and
Okay.
you're going to create a client appointment.
Okay.
Okay. Now what's going to happen is you're going to tell me that you ran this session it already happened. It was this morning from 8 to 9.
Okay.
Okay. So same thing like we did the other appointment.
Mhm.
You're going to either use the month view or you're going to use the week view and you're going to say it was today from 8 to 9.
Okay.
Okay. The only difference that's going to happen here is that the appointment already happened. You're just putting this in the calendar for tracking purposes.
Right.
Your status is going to be attended.
Ah, okay. Awesome.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
don't have to now come back in and do anything.
Okay.
So you're going to select your program. So it was the employment program. Okay. I'm just going to pick something. Okay. What time and date? So you can see I did it for today. It was from 8 to 9. My status is already attended because it happened.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the clients, I have my list of people that attended the program already.
Mm-hmm.
If you see this list and you're like, oh, they actually didn't show up, you can
Okay.
remove them from that list by just clicking remove.
Remove. Got it.
If there's somebody that you feel like is missing from this list that was actually there, you
Mm-hmm.
can add them from here too by just clicking on add client,
Okay.
searching last name,
Mm-hmm.
and then adding them in. Okay.
Okay, just give me a minute here so I can
Yep.
fill in the times. No recurrence. So, okay, I got the list down. If I wanted to add, I could just put in client name.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
everything looks like,
Everything looks good.
well, the encounter type, I would have to
Encounter
put
type
in.
would probably be in the
And
community, right? Because you ran it within your PARC, like it was a PARC program.
yes, it's
Okay, so
right in
it
the
could be in the
drop-in,
office
yes.
or it could be in the community. Okay.
Okay, either or, right?
Yep. And then subject would be employment clinic or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, that's exactly what I'll call it.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay. And now what you're going to do is link this to your note. Do you need to write a note based on this appointment?
I could, but
Like generally would
would
you or
yeah, I would.
okay,
I would add,
something.
what they're yes, I would add
Per-
something.
Perfect. Then
So
you're just going to go straight to interaction note.
right into interaction now. Are you? Okay.
And then the same thing, you're going to write your note, you're going to add your workload, and you're going to sign your note. And that
Okay.
note will reflect the different clients that you had in your group. Melinda, how are we doing?
I am lost, and I'll tell you, I think I know why. Anyway, so I started off by going to my drop-in client list
Yeah.
and selecting people. But I think I've realized that, do I have to manually go in and register each one of these 5 people into hockey, enroll them
N-
in hockey in order to do a group note for hockey?
They're already enrolled in drop-in.
Yeah,
So remember we said in our note detail, we added an option for drop-in hockey.
yeah, I just can't find that.
Okay, so
So
are you,
so what I did is I went in and I picked those clients
yep,
and I picked all the clients that came to hockey.
yep,
And then I went in on the side and I was like, create a note,
yep.
and I went to group note,
So we're gonna do interaction note.
even though it's a group.
Even though it's a group, because our group note, remember I was showing you yesterday, it's different in the sense that you have to then go to individual clients.
And that's what happened to me. I was
Yeah.
trying to do a group note. And so,
Okay.
but it's just, I guess it's confusing because in Pirouette,
It's confusing right now.
the language in Pirouette is that you do group
Yeah.
notes.
I'm
per
gonna
group.
disable the group note option for you guys.
Okay.
And at the same time, we are gonna be building a drop-in note for you, so it'll be a little bit easier. But
Okay.
in the meantime, just use the interaction note.
Okay. So it's opposite to how Pirouette works for the groups.
Yes, and I will
Okay.
actually remove that option.
Okay. So then I'm picking the hours. I'll just work on this for a bit. I think I can do it now then.
Anna, one thing
Yep.
that with the group note, when they come into the employment clinic, I meet with them one-on-one.
Yes.
So the employment clinic is from let's say from 2 o'clock until 4:30, and within that time, and if these 3 people showed up, I would meet with them one by one. So their notes would be a little different according to what they need.
Yeah. So what I would do in that situation is you can still have an interaction note just to say they attended, like a more generic note that you were saying they attended the
Right.
employment clinic and whatever. Okay. You're gonna sorry, you're gonna save it. Okay. Now you realize that on sorry, let me just get out of this. Now you realize that based on your program, Alan or Fred, you needed to add some more information on his note. Okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna click into Fred. You're gonna go to his notes on the left navigation panel.
Okay, so I'll go to notes.
Did you save that interaction note?
Yes, I just saved all that.
Okay, good.
I'm back to my client list.
Yeah.
I just clicked on Fred.
Okay.
And I'm just clicking on notes right now.
Okay.
Or would I click on?
You would click on notes, but I'm not seeing anything. That's why I'm wondering if you did save that interaction note.
Yeah, I did. Interaction note. It doesn't show?
It's not showing. So it was Fred, Joe, and Jane, right?
Right, right. And I did a little
Joe.
note saying they all attended and they're
Okay,
very
yeah. So here it
happy.
no, I see the drop-in note. And that was from yesterday. So I don't know if you did a note.
Okay.
So let me look at the schedule. Did you add the schedule? So I see the employment clinic. I see the schedule.
Right.
Which is great. But there's no note linked to it.
Let me edit it.
Yeah.
See what's
So
going on.
if you edit it and then link it to the interaction note.
Okay, it says that the schedule entry is currently being edited by another
Sorry,
user.
I was looking at it. So
okay, no
I'm just gonna
problem.
get out of
So
it.
I did employment clinic description. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, it looks like you created the appointment correctly. The appointment
Yes.
It's just the note. So if you just go edit and link it to a note. Like save and link to note.
Save and select note template.
Right? Yep, exactly. But except you're gonna pick. So it says save and link to. Does it say interaction or does it say group?
I mean, it says save and select note template.
Okay. So select. So then right next to that, there's a little arrow where you can select interaction note.
Okay, let me just see here. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm back at that page and my note's not there.
Yeah, because I don't think you might have not saved it or something might have just.
Okay, let me put in a note, okay?
Yeah. Put in a note.
So when you see those type of errors, like if you don't see any notes, you need
You
to
didn't save
automatically
anything.
go back and see what happened. Where
Exactly.
you're going to look for that note,
Yes.
basically.
Yes. Yes. Melinda, how are you doing?
Still lost. So I am in the add new bulk interaction note.
Perfect.
I've got the details of the time so that it's in the past.
Yep. Yep.
At first I went to create new encounter, but I got stuck. So I came back out of that.
Yes.
Then I did or associate note with existing case open in this program. That language is confusing to me, but I picked drop in.
Yep. You're just going to pick drop in.
Then note detail, I picked drop in hockey.
Right. Yep.
And that's, and then
you
I
write
don't
a
know
note.
what to do. Okay,
if you want to write a note, yep. You can just say people attended drop in or whatever you would typically write.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
do I add or edit the workload?
Yep.
And then, so please select client from group. All the clients that I've
No,
already
no.
listed? No.
So you have your workload. So let me just
So I'm
follow
in the
along with you.
page that says add new workload.
Right. So you
The
have your
first thing I
note.
see is please select a client from the group, and it says all clients.
Yep. It says all clients. So that's, you don't have to touch that.
Because it's all clients that I've listed that have
Exactly.
done it already. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And then
Everything else is added. Your direct workload minutes should have come through, right? Your
Yeah.
visit. The only thing you'll have to change is your direct workload type.
yeah, I have to select something there. So I will say
Clinic session or meeting, or I mean, you guys will probably have to change this list.
we'll have to
but
put some things
yeah.
like group session or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'll just say
And-
education or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And then
Visit type, did it populate in, or do you have to put something
no. So then I would put
in the community?
face-to-face community,
Yep.
and then save.
Before you save, sorry.
Okay.
So this is where you're gonna add the unregged people that came to this. Okay.
Okay.
So see.
Oh, unregistered visit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So that's where you're gonna
50.
put. Yeah. And now
Okay.
you can hit save.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll have to practice that a bit, but I think that'll be okay.
Yeah. And then that's good. And then you sign the note and you're done.
Oh, then sign the note.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't have to do workload for having spent an hour with prep and like account for my time.
You could. So you would still do that in workload. What you would do instead, so you put your direct workload time, you put in the unregged visit. Under indirect minutes or
Sorry,
non-clinical.
where would I find the workload? Oh,
So
edit workload.
Yeah, edit workload. Okay. And then on this page at the bottom, there's indirect minutes.
Yeah. So you'd
So
put like a
yeah.
half hour or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Indirect.
And then you put indirect workload time. You can, I think.
Oh, indirect minutes. Okay, so let's say 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Plug all the hockey gear. And then
you don't have a selection for prep or something. So maybe here, just put in other.
Okay.
And then hit save.
Do you have to put it the date that happened? That's not mandatory, so I don't have to put the date.
Yeah, as long as you capture the date, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then you hit save.
And then I still have to go back. Oh, indirect date is required.
It is required, but it populates in for your visit, right? Because you're.
It didn't, and it's giving me an error at the top.
Oh, weird. Okay, so put in a date.
I'll say today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then save. And then I still have to go down and sign my note. That's the thing that's probably I'm gonna forget to do most often.
You have to sign the note.
Have to sign the note.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're good.
All right. That will take some practice to just get it in my brain, but I think, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
All right.
I guess I will leave you here.
All right. Take care.
Take care. Bye. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. All right. Donnelly.
I'm good.
Okay.
I remembered what I didn't do was add workload.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I need to do. Once I've done that, I'm back in Fred's. I'm making an additional note.
Yep. You're making an edit to that note, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So once I'm in note details, it says I fill in all the asterisks. And
so
would I once I'm in Fred's, it says add new interaction note.
You don't need to add a new interaction note. So sorry. Okay, let me just have a look at that list again. So we were working with the employment program.
Right.
And I'm gonna go in Joe and you're gonna go in Fred, right? You're in Fred's profile.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at the note that you created for Joe. So I can see at 10:47 today, you put in an interaction note. Nope, that was Melinda's. Sorry, you put in the interaction note for employment program, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
If I expand it, I can see the note you created.
Okay,
Okay. But you want to add additional information to Joe, in your case to
Okay.
Fred, right? For
Yes.
this visit, this
Mhm.
program that they attended.
Right.
So in this case, all you're going to do is come in and hit edit. See on the right, there's edit note.
Okay,
And you're just going to scroll down and add additional information you
I
want
see.
for this specific client.
Okay,
And then you're just
Okay.
going to, and then you don't need to do workload again because you already did.
okay.
You just need to sign the note.
So it's just edit.
It's just
And
editing for any
boom, and
additional
then-
information that you want to put
Okay.
for, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. You don't have to create a new note
No,
or
just,
anything like that. Yeah,
okay, because the note that I previously did is already in his,
exactly. And it's still
Okay.
reflected to the same appointment.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's just adding more information, edit
Yep.
and add it.
yep.
And I really like this.
Good. I'm glad.
I
I'm
really,
glad.
really like this program. I think that
Once
it's
you
going
get
to help
used to
me a
it, I
lot.
feel like
That's
it's
what I
gonna be,
mean.
yeah,
This
yeah.
this is going to be a piece of cake.
Good.
It
I'm so
really
glad.
is because it's well done. It covers everything. It allows you to not, if you mess up, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you messed up you ruined the whole program. You just go back and start over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
really like it. Thank you.
The only
Um,
thing I'll say in that sense is if you forget, like always, your first step is always check that you have a client that you're working with in Treat. Okay, because you don't want to duplicate that client. Okay,
so
so
okay.
by mistake, I forget what the last name she used was, but Una by mistake didn't realize that she already created a client, and she then ended up
Oh,
creating 2 clients.
okay.
Okay, so just always do that double check that we have. If I'm looking for a Marshall, I can see Donna Lee Marshall already
Yes.
has a client. I don't need to
Gotcha.
register a new client.
Client search. So it's really important
Yeah,
because once you put in, let's say for instance, I'm already there, then I add myself again. You can't delete
you
anything.
can delete anything. Exactly.
Yeah, so
And
and it
then we'll
makes
have
it
an
very,
error. Yeah, right?
yeah.
The
So
only
that
thing is like you might have 2 Joe Smiths, like right there could be a potential where you have 2 people with the same name.
right.
And then you just look at the date of birth and make sure you have 2 different people,
Makes
right?
sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Makes
always just
sense.
do that double check.
Okay.
All
Well, this is a
right.
great training. Thank you so
Good.
much. I
Yeah, no
really
problem.
appreciate your expertise on this.
No problem.
Um,
You guys are doing
yeah,
great. Yeah,
thank you.
no problem.
So
Reach
Sawyer,
out if you need anything. I'm around.
no problem.
Okay, good.
Sawyer, question, are you in the office right now?
You're on mute.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'll see you in about an hour or so, okay?
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you
All
then.
right.
All right, thanks,
Bye,
Donnelly.
Anna. Thank you.
Bye, no problem, Donna. All right, Sawyer, how's everything going?
Good.
Good. I think it went
Yeah.
well. Everyone
Yeah.
seems to be, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like